We're surrounded by AI every single day. It's in the apps on our phones, it's everywhere. But have you ever stopped and wondered, what's actually happening behind the scenes? Like what's going on underneath that slick, easy-to-use interface? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to peel back all the layers and really demystify the entire AI stack, starting with the app you tap on and going all the way down to the actual hardware that makes it all possible.
So, here's our game plan. We're going to start with something we all get, a simple app. And then we're going to zoom out, one layer at a time. We'll look at the business problems these apps can solve, then the tools people use to build them, and finally, the raw horsepower they run on. By the time we're done, you'll see exactly how all these pieces fit together.
All right, let's kick things off at the very top. This is the layer we're all familiar with, right? The end-user experience. This is where AI stops being some abstract concept and becomes a real tool that helps us do something cool. And for our example, we're going to look at learning a new language.
I love this because it gets right to the heart of it. This isn't some huge faceless company we're talking about. This is Russell Standard, a teacher who's using an AI tool to help him learn his fourth language. It just goes to show you that, at its core, this top layer is all about empowering real people to achieve their own goals.
And check this out. This is how simple it's become. You don't need to be a programmer to make your own learning tool. You literally just upload a photo, type a few words, drag them where they need to go, and bam! The app creates a custom, interactive game for you right on the spot. It's so simple, so intuitive, and it just works.
Okay, so that's the personal side. But what happens when we zoom out? Well, the really cool part is that the same fundamental idea, having an AI that can understand and organize information, can be scaled up to solve massive, complex problems for businesses. Let's dig into that.
I want you to picture this for a second. An entire team of people, just buried under stacks and stacks of invoices. Some are paper, some are PDFs. Their entire day spent just manually typing numbers from one screen to another, trying to match them up, chasing people for approvals. It's slow, it's stressful, and it is a recipe for mistakes.
And those little mistakes, well, they add up. We're not talking about small change here. One study found that companies can lose up to $140 million a year just from late fees, all because their manual process is too slow. That's not just an annoyance, that's a massive hit to the business.
So you end up with these two completely different worlds. You have the manual world, which is slow, error-prone. We're talking a 3 to 5% error rate, and it just burns out your staff. But then you have the automation world. This is where AI can literally read an invoice in a fraction of a second. The whole process becomes up to 80% faster, the accuracy is way higher, and most importantly, it frees up your people to do the smart, strategic work that only humans can do.
So we've seen the app, we've seen the business solution, but how do these things actually get made? Okay, let's peel back one more layer and look at the toolkit, the platforms that let creators actually build the stuff.
A huge piece of the magic here is what's called a visual builder. Seriously, think of it like a digital workshop for making AI. It's a platform where you can actually design and build really sophisticated AI conversations, but instead of writing tons of code, you're just dragging and dropping blocks around. It's a total game changer.
And this is basically how it works. It's like building with digital Legos. You've got your bubbles to show stuff to the user, your inputs to get information from them. But honestly, this last one, integrations, this is where the real power is. This is how your app connects to everything else, to OpenAI, to Google Sheets, to other business systems. It's what transforms a simple little chatbot into a seriously powerful automation tool.
And the result of all this? Well, it's just mind-blowing speed. This quote really says it all. You can get a sophisticated AI solution up and running in minutes, not months. These platforms do all the heavy lifting in the background, so the creators can just focus on, creating.
Okay, we've finally made it. We are going down to the foundation, the deepest layer of them all. Welcome to the engine room. This is where all the specialized hardware and the massive cloud infrastructure lives, the stuff that provides the raw power for everything else we've just talked about.
So to run these huge AI models, you need an incredible amount of computing power. That power comes from GPUs, or graphics processing units. Now, you might have one in your gaming computer, but for AI, they're absolutely essential, because they can do thousands of calculations all at once. For years, only huge companies could afford this kind of hardware. But today, look at this. You can literally rent the brain of a supercomputer for just a few bucks an hour. This has totally changed the game and opened up AI development to pretty much everyone.
But here's the thing. It's not just about having one powerful chip.
A great AI hosting platform gives you the entire ecosystem. Sure, getting access to the newest GPUs is a big deal, but you also need all the other stuff, the workflows, the databases, the APIs, even features like Bring Your Own Cloud, which lets big companies run all this stuff on their own secure servers. It's not just about the concrete, it's about the entire solid foundation.
All right, deep breath. We've gone all the way from the app on your screen down to the silicon in the cloud. Now it's time to zoom all the way back out and connect all the dots.
You know, the absolute best way to think about this entire AI stack is to just picture building a house. It's a really simple analogy, but it's so powerful. Every single layer is different, but it completely depends on the layer underneath it. I mean, you can't put on a roof if you don't have walls, and you can't build walls without a foundation. It's that simple.
And this lays out our whole journey perfectly. The app is the part you actually live in, the experience. The business solution, that's all the important stuff behind the walls, like the plumbing and electricity. The builder platform is your set of blueprints and power tools. And the cloud hosting with all those powerful GPUs, well, that's the rock-solid foundation that the entire house stands on.
So, here's the big takeaway. For the first time, we have this complete, accessible, incredibly powerful stack of technology. We understand how all the layers connect. We can literally build from the foundation all the way up to the roof. So the only real question left is, what are we going to build next?